Huawei is really something else. While competitors raise prices, they surprisingly launched a device at the $1699 price point with a Kirin 8000 chip, plus Harmony OS 6.0, plus Wi-Fi 7, and a 4000 nit bright screen, an 8500 mAh battery, and other incredible specs for the Enjoy 90 Pro Max. After tearing it down, I just want to say these are all 1000 yuan machines, and I didn't originally intend to dimensionally crush them.
They're all way ahead. So pathetic.
The recently popular Huawei Enjoy 90 Pro Max just launched this morning. I immediately rushed to an offline store and bought a 256GB Morning Gold version at its original price of 199.99 yuan. I'm back to unbox it for you all. At the store I went to, all other memory configurations were sold out, except for the 256GB model. Just how popular is this phone? It sold 1 million units in 4 days. On the shopping platform's 1000 yuan category list, 4 of the top 5 are different colors of the Changxiang 90 Pro Max. I've truly never seen a ranking like this before. It comes with a 40-watt fast charger, and I must say the color scheme is really fresh, and the details around the camera module, it really gives off a vibe of the Mate 80 Pro Max. Once the screen lights up, you can see, this phone doesn't have a big chin LCD display. Instead, it uses a narrow bezel OLED screen, and its brightness is also incredibly high. Let's compare its screen brightness with the iPhone 17. To the naked eye, the Huawei Changxiang 90 Pro Max actually looks brighter. At this price point, to have this level of brightness, there's really nothing to criticize, is there? The key is to let you all experience this phone's fluidity. Whether it's the small window animations, interruption animations, continuous background, app closing and opening, mode switching, or the background app status and so on. The fluidity performance of this phone truly doesn't seem like it belongs in this price range. However, objectively speaking, when many apps are open, it will still experience touch delay and frame drops. It definitely can't compare to the smoothness of Huawei's flagship phones, but optimizing the Kirin 8000 to this level is truly astonishing. While 8GB of RAM is completely insufficient for Android, it's truly more than enough on pure Harmony OS. Just like Apple phones, when they introduced their specs, they never mentioned their RAM capacity. Okay, without further ado, we've seen enough of the appearance and features. Let's quickly start the teardown. We're going with another violent disassembly. So, after taking off the back cover, based on my 2.5 years of experience disassembling devices, even though it feels soft, it's actually not fiberglass material, but rather a plastic back cover. And the camera bezel, after a quick inspection, is also made of plastic. But considering its price point, using plastic is actually quite normal. As long as the core specifications are up to par, then it's perfectly fine. I asked customer service about the frame material. They said the frame is just plastic, didn't mention any metal composite. So this confirms the Mate 70A's frame wasn't plastic, it really was a metal composite. Okay, let's look inside the device. There's a lens bracket here. So where's the other lens? What the fuck? Ben, build for me a couple of jesio, deals for me talk. Oh wait, this must be just for decoration. But that's not right, I remember the exterior having 2 cameras. I see now, the other hole must be for the infrared emitter. So this Changxiang 90 Pro Max is actually a single camera phone. I always thought it was a dual camera setup, but actually I don't think there's a problem. As long as the main camera is good enough, there's no need to force in some filler wide angle or macro lenses. Let's check out the internal build of this Changxiang 90 Pro Max. On a scale of 1 to 91, what would you rate it? Okay, let's remove the motherboard cover. Alright, there's also something quite strange here. It has a reserved cable interface, and a hole was also left, but ultimately nothing came of it. I wonder what this Changxiang 90 Pro Max was originally meant to put in this spot. Or could it be that it was originally meant for this wing blade fan? And pause. If so, that makes things quite interesting. And pause. So, let's take off this motherboard cover. Oh look, the top right corner of this motherboard cover is just empty. Once the cover is removed, you can see this empty space is actually a huge top speaker. The specifications look truly impressive. The supplier is Gotek Acoustics. I roughly measured the size of the sound unit and it appears to be an 1115 spec. This is quite high end for a top speaker, especially since it's just a budget phone. So, the main cameras and specs are a 50 megapixel, 101.156 inch RYYB ultra sensitive camera. Gotta say, for everyday photos and scanning codes, it's definitely good enough. Then removing the motherboard, I saw the thermal paste underneath was applied incredibly thick, and the mid-frame even has an opening at the SoC's hotspot. Then I took off the motherboard's shield, and wow, the thermal paste under this shield was also super thick. So this one, labeled High Silicon Kirin 6290, is the Kirin 8000. Next to it are its 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage, plus other features like a Wi-Fi 7 chip and Huawei's self-developed 5-in-1 communication chip and so on. Huawei still has very strong technical barriers in self-developed communication chips. For this price point to use the Kirin 8000, it really reminds me of when the Honor 9X used the Kirin 810 back in the day. The Enjoy 90 Pro Max phone is great overall, but the camera might be a bit weak. If camera quality is important to you, I think the previous Nova 14 Ultra is also a great choice. After all, it uses a higher-end Kirin 8020 processor, and its camera system is complete with main, telephoto, and ultra-wide lenses, plus an infrared camera. It also supports 100W fast charging. I checked the price for the 12 plus 256GB version on Juan, and it's only 1,058 yuan. And their phones undergo multiple official quality checks, so quality is assured. Now let's look at this. The most impressive feature of this phone is its 8500 mAh battery. This battery uses a single-cell, single-interface design, and this is also the largest battery in Huawei phone history, even bigger than its big brother, the Huawei Mate 80 Pro Max, by 2500 mAh. Just imagine how incredible that is. I checked the manufacturer. It's Shenzhen Xinguangda Intelligent Technology Limited. This time, it's said to use a spherical silicon carbon battery tech, which I haven't heard much about before. Okay, remove the tail plug. This card slot is still Huawei's classic horizontal design, which can greatly save vertical space inside the body, leaving more room for the battery. I checked the bottom and the bottom speaker. Its applier is different from the top one. It uses AAC ruching technology, and it should be the same 1115 spec. Let's compare its sound quality with my main phone, the Oppo Find X8 Ultra. I must say, for just over $1,000, this sound quality is truly impressive. The transfer speed of the port I checked is USB 2.0. The charging power is a bit disappointing, only 40 watts. I tested it myself. Fully charging this 8500 mAh battery takes about an hour and a half. That might be a bit long, but you might only charge it every 2 days. So between fast charging and a large battery, which would you choose? I checked the motor, that is a Z-axis motor. Huawei phones that still have quite strict internal hierarchy. After tearing down this device, I'm truly excited. Huawei really understands how to make trade-offs with its core configurations within a specific price point. Is the era of one flower doesn't make a spring coming back again?